Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of Market Wrap. As you can see, I'm coming to you from the office again. Connecticut has finally opened up officially today. We were the last state to lift some of the restrictions, so I'm back on a little bit of a regular schedule down to the office. We're still very much thin at the office, social distancing and doing what we have to do, but getting to see some kind of normalcy come back to the schedules, which makes us feel great. So we've had a lot of activity this week. And I got 3 watches that came in this week that I really love. So the first one we're going to start with is a Rolex Submariner 5513. So this is a piece, early 80s, 83, 84. It's a 7 million serial number. Got great patina on the dial, just got great character. It's to me the most iconic reference of that sub because it's got the no date, which it always originally had. The domed crystal gives it a great look. And this particular version is just in great condition, looks like it was the original owner, original box, and it's a little bit of a time capsule, and we love seeing those. We see a lot of subs that come in almost wrecked because guys wear them so much and it's such a useful watch that when you see one in this condition, it just makes you smile. So it's a good one to have to the addition to the team. The second piece we got in this week is the Lange Zeitwerk. Everybody knows I'm a crazy Zeitwerk fan. The white gold black dial version is to me still the best version of it. It's the original size, the original execution. I just think it's a beautiful, unique, truly Lange piece. Always a favorite, and I know that one will not last long because it's just such an iconic piece from Lange. And the third piece is a 5270p. Now, for all you 5270 fans, I've been a big fan since they launched the reference. The platinum salmon dial came out a little over a year ago. It's just amazing. There's rumors that it's not going to come anymore. Salmon pink is a combination I was never the biggest fan of, but it's really grown on me. In the 5270, I think it's an awesome combination, and I love having that as well. So it's nice to see that our trading volume has increased dramatically. We've been an extremely busy week, a lot of activity in the higher end, which we've been missing for the last few weeks. Our Hong Kong business is honestly off the charts. They have truly opened up. They're running almost double where they were running pre-corona. So it seems like there was a lot of pent-up demand. I think there's shortages in the market in certain areas because the brands have not been shipping new goods. So I think it's driven the pre-owned market, and we've definitely seen Asia have a big uptick in the market. So it's giving us a little bit of confidence that hopefully the rest of the globe will come back. Our Swiss office opened up fully this week, and once they open the borders in Europe, we expect that market will pick up as well. Now, the flip side of this is the factories are now reopened. Distribution is going to start. I think most retail will start opening in June and July, and the big brands will be shipping into the stores. Combine that with typically summertime, prices typically soften because just a lot less interest, people are doing other things. So we'll see a little bit, I would expect, of a drop in the market. But we have a little wrinkle this year because of the coronavirus. People are not going to be traveling as much. I know my summer vacation went by the wayside. I think a lot of people will probably be staying local, and it might mean more shopping and more doing other things with the family instead of taking a big trip and getting away from the shopping. So I think we have a balance there. I think the stores are going to be anxious to generate sales and revenue. We saw good traffic last week, especially in some of the new Rolex models. We cleared out of our 3 rose gold rupees in a week, which is a lot of traction. I think what happens is the market came down. People are now feeling a little bit better, and they're still scooping up. So the market is, to me, the most interesting market I've seen probably in the last dozen years. We went from having the strongest sellers market in probably 30 years. The market was humming, prices were crazy, things were trading super fast. And then overnight it stopped. And then it became probably one of the best buyers market we've seen in 30 years. Everybody was in a panic, they couldn't sell, prices dropped fast. Very few people were trading for a few weeks, and now it started to creep back, and now we're trying to find the equilibrium. So I think over the summer we'll still see prices probably go down a little bit from where we're at now, which is much stronger than I thought we'd be a month ago. But I think there's going to be a while before we have a full comeback, and we may never get back to the pre-corona levels. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the levels we're at today. I think right now we're coming to bounce off the bottom. Some people think it's a dead cat bounce. I think the stock market's doing the same thing. Nobody can understand why it's so strong, but it is. It's forward looking. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a retraction over the next month and then hopefully stabilize in the third and fourth quarter. Now, the last piece we're going to talk about today is our value buys. We did a great Instagram Live today with Armand, who we did a whole talk on the 5960 Patek series. It was their first automatic chronograph. My favorite piece is still the original 001 Platinum Gray Dial. It's a piece that was super successful and then got oversaturated in the market. Prices on those, to me, are almost half of what they were selling for when they retired the piece. It's a great long-term value. I think it's got a movement and a style that's significant to Patek, and long-term, I expect that to do really well. The second piece, I actually just got one of these in last week. It didn't make the cut for the top three, but it's the Journe Perpetual Calendar. They came out with it, we were just talking, it was either 3 or 4 years ago. It kind of had that Alhambra-shaped dial. It was a little controversial because of the design. And Journe, about 3 weeks ago, announced that he's got a new version that's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be a little more expensive, and I think it's going to drag up the price of this original piece. I think this will catch up to where the new one is. It's a limited run, not a lot of pieces out in the market, and Journe is probably the hottest brand in the watch market right now. So I expect that will creep up as people realize that maybe I should grab one before they're all gone. And the last piece is another Lange. It's the Perpetual Split Chrono, the Rattrapante. This is a big, beefy, amazing movement, Perpetual Chrono split, that basically trades almost half of retail and almost half of what the same version in Patek trades. It's a piece that, yes, it's expensive. It's still around $130,000, but it's half the price of a 5204 or half the retail of a new one. So I think long-term, people will figure out that those Langes, especially the big, complicated pieces, are super rare, super undervalued right now, so I think that's something that has long-term potential. And again, I think that's about it for the market wrap today. It's definitely going to be an exciting summer to see where everything ends up finishing out, and if the market gets changed once the new goods get delivered. Please follow us. We're still doing Monday, Wednesday, Fridays on Instagram Live at 11 o'clock. We've got some great shows. Please continue to pray for our first responders, and everybody stay safe. Keep reaching out to us, trading, buying and selling watches, and be positive. There's some light at the end of the tunnel.